All right, we're live there. And we're live here. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Let me get this straightened out a little here. There we go. Hope everybody can hear me there. I know you can hear me there. And welcome. Welcome. Whoa. Welcome to another one of these where I decided to tell you stuff about what is generally going on today. And what has been generally going on today is it would seem to me that in America, Democrats are losing their minds. And I don't mean just a little bit. I mean, like, we are going full blown mental. Like, y'all took a freaking retard pill before you went to bed and then woke up and decided to be retards. Because people, have we not learned how things work in America yet? In America, the president is pretty much the boss of all the other governors in the United States. So when the president, mayors, governors, who's ever running each state, so when the president tells you this is an executive order and you have to pass it or follow it or else, that's pretty much like your parents giving you an ultimatum as a child, do this or else. And you did it, or there were consequences. Consequences being something that America doesn't handle well. Americans today don't like consequences. They like everything handed to them on a silver platter and being babied. So, seeing a lot of governors and mayors complaining that if the National Guard is sent to their state to stop these illegal immigrants and crack down on crime, that they were not going to comply. Have you not learned what happens when you don't comply with Donald Trump yet? Have you not been paying attention? Let's see. What happened to Jasmine Crockett? What happened to Janet Mills? What happened to Gavin Newsom? Since they all decided they don't want to follow Trump, they don't want to listen to what Trump has to say, what's happened to them? Well, let's see. Last time I checked, Jasmine Crockett lost her seat. The state of Maine, where Janet Mills is currently floundering hard and drowning in its own debt. And, well, Gavin Newsom, dude, your state is destroyed. What is going on in California? California used to be a place that people wanted to go. Now people are leaving. Because Gavin Newsom wants to make the whole state blue. Wants to give all the illegal immigrants all they want in California. Wants to deprive American citizens in California of anything clean. It's horrible. But yet these people want to say that they are above the President of the United States. Well, I've got some sad news for you. You're not. And just like with the Democrats that have been running around saying that, President Trump is a fascist. He's a dictator. He's destroying America. How is he doing that? Like, can someone please give me the proof? Because from where I'm sitting, from what I've been seeing, Trump's doing a lot better. Hi. Trump's doing better than, what's his face? Hold on a minute. I know his name. Oh, Biden. He's doing better than Biden did. He's doing better than Biden ever did. And he's only been in office for not even a year yet. So please, can somebody, anybody, tell me what he's doing wrong? Nobody. By the way, I know this is late, but every single one of these is brought to you by coffee. Coffee. Maxwell House and all that good stuff. Now, the other reason that I bring up this thing with America and Trump and governors and mayors not wanting to do what the President of the United States says, that's a lot like what's going on in today's modern church, Christian church. You know, there are laws and rules to follow when you're in the church. There are rules and laws to follow when you're preaching the Word of God. And do you know where they can be found? In the Bible. They can be found in the Bible. Now, why is it so hard for churches to trust that? Why is it so hard for churches to just pick and choose what they want to teach you out of the Bible, what they want to follow out of the Bible? Why is that? And it's especially in America, of all places, where we have rules set in the Bible that pastors and churches just want to defy. They don't want to follow them. They want to do what they want to do according to their will, not God's. And why is that? Well, probably because we're human and we don't like being told what to do. But my big question is, why? Why have we started allowing in churches, why have we started allowing gay, homosexual, transgendered people to lead the church? Why have we started doing that? Where does it say in the Bible, thou shalt be gay and lead my church? Where does it say in the Bible, thou shalt be effeminate and lead my people? It's funny how it doesn't say that in the Bible. It's funny how it actually says in the Bible that homosexuality is an abomination and shall be cleared from his sight. It also states in the Bible that women should not be leading the church, but should be quiet and submissive. But yet we have women who lead the church. And why is that? Is it because we just don't want to listen? We don't want to do what we are told to do. We are children. Spoiled, rotten children. And because Daddy said to do something, we're going to say no. We're going to do exactly what we want to do. And even though there are consequences to the actions, nobody cares about those consequences, do they? Nobody cares about those consequences because they're not instant. They're not like that as soon as you do something wrong. No. Just like with what's going on in the United States today with all of these governors not wanting to follow what Trump is saying. They're not getting their consequences right away, but they will get their consequences in time, as we have seen in other states who have tried to defy Trump's orders. They've gotten their consequences. Just look at the state of Maine. Just look at the state of California. And look what's going on in D.C. So my question is, would churches act differently if the consequences for their actions were immediate, or instant, or sudden? Would you listen more? Would you follow the word of God more if the consequences of your actions were immediate? Probably more people would, because they'd be sitting there watching their friend 1 minute doing something that is ungodly and against God, and the next minute they're gone. Poof. Like so much tinder. And that's what needs to happen. But it won't. See, growing up as kids, we were taught that as soon as you did something wrong and you got caught, instant consequence. Instant discipline for what you have done. Instant. But now, we've done away with that. And we have become a world, or at least in America, a country that has no consequences for the actions, and we just do what we damn well please. Which is sad. Because, there used to be consequences for the things that you people do out there. There used to be consequences for the way that you're acting. And now we've done away with those. Thanks to the Democratic Party of the United States. I was told long ago that the world was unfolding before us and that the end times were near, as it's stated in the Bible. And as a kid, I never understood that, because what do you mean the end times are near? I just was born. I'm just living life. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't see it. But as an adult, growing up in the world that we live in today, I'm seeing it. Oh yeah, I've seen it. I've seen a lot of things that coincide with what's going on in the Bible, and I've seen a lot of things that make me understand why adults were saying it when I was a kid. Because it is happening. We are noticing it right now in America, where we are in the days of Noah. People are no longer listening to the word of God. People are no longer listening to authority. People are no longer following that which is right and good. No, they're doing what they want to do. And if you don't believe me, look around the world. Look around America today and explain to me how it is okay for rampant crime in the streets. Tell me it's okay for people to be homeless. Tell me it's okay for kids to be taken from their families. Tell me it's okay in your world today when the biggest thing that politicians are worried about is the sexuality of your child. And then tell me we are not living in the days of Noah. Because I can tell you right now, without a shadow of a doubt, the things that I have seen and the things that I have read in the world today, in America especially, also coincide with what is going on in the book of Genesis during the days of Noah. And it's crazy. It's crazy that something that people have said my entire life is nothing more than a book of fantasy, a mythology book. But yet the things inside that book are coming true. The things inside that book are more and more apparent every single day. So how is it just a mythology book? How is it just a book of stories written by people across the sea? How is it just that when it is literally unfolding before your eyes? Quite disturbing, actually, especially when you live in a country that doesn't believe in God. And yes, I'm going to tell you right now, the people in America don't believe in God. They believe in their idea of God. They believe in their idea of what he, she, it is supposed to be. There is no God in America. At least not the God of Israel, not the God of Abraham, not the Father of Jesus Christ. No, he's not in America anymore. He left America a long time ago when you people decided that you didn't want him anymore. When you decided to take him out of school, to take him out of your libraries, to take him out of your public places, and to even remove him from your churches. No, God's not in America anymore. God left America a long time ago, and you only have yourselves to blame for that. But all right. I think I've taken up of enough people's time. Not a whole lot of people are showing up. Maybe we'll try this again when, people actually want to talk. All right. Well, I've said my piece. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one. Be safe. Keep it classy. Keep it snappy. Peace, love, and God bless.